I love talking with you. You have such an excitement for the profession, but I also can't help but think about a lot of people. 1 year out, they say, within the first 5 years, the burnout is really high in our profession. What do you think is unique about your experience that keeps you very encouraged and excited about being a veterinarian?
Yeah, that's a very good question because you do worry about burnout. And I've seen it already with my classmates. Something my mentor was very passionate about was just like mental health and well-being, and just ensuring that the new grads don't experience, like the new grads within our first job in the first company that I was at, don't experience that sort of burnout. And so for me, it was really about like figuring out what was my threshold in my first year. And what I mean by that is like, how many days can I reasonably work in a row where I'm 100% on? And, I feel really good and I'm not mentally drained, or I don't feel like walking around like a zombie, like all my energy is out of my system. And so I found out that for me, it's usually 4 to 5 days in a row that I can reasonably do and that I feel good about. In my first year, I was always like, I want to pick up a shift. I want to work more. I get bored on my days off. I just wanted to do it all. And my mentor was like, hey, we got to slow down. Like, you're doing a lot right now. Let's, scale it back. And so she kind of brought me down to earth and was explaining that it's really important to have those days off in between. And now I'm very good about my days off. Before I was just anxious in the house and I was like, I want to go back to work. And now I'm like, no, I need that day off to lay down, to really reset, essentially. And whether that's just one day or 2 days or whatever it is, but that's super important. It's just like very necessary in our field.
Yeah. What do you like to do on your days off that kind of helps you recharge?
Recently, it's been reading. I wasn't a very big reader before, but now I've become a huge reader. I've picked up yoga, which is something that I never thought I would be doing either. I used to run track in college and I hated our yoga days. So having this now as a vet, it's like I'm like, I need that sort of space to just get everything out and be in a calming environment. I also do a lot of walking with my dogs and running and exercising and things like that. So for me, my days off are reserved for doing things that I like to do, whether that's being lazy, just laying around with the dogs, or reading, or whatever it is.
I love that.